Namaste viewers, welcome to Sri Anantha YouTube channel. In this episode, let's ask Swamiji about his experience with Bhagawan Satya Sai Baba. Swamiji, can you please share your experience with Bhagawan Satya Sai Baba?
Embodiments of love. Today I am going to share with you some of the experiences with Bhagavan Baba. In that, what we learnt out of bhakti, the last stage of bhakti, that we call it as absolute and unconditional surrender. Generally, the term itself denotes that absolute means completely. Unconditional, there should not be any question. So, without posing any questions to that supremacy or to your mentor or to preceptor, and you have to completely surrender to them. So this is what in Bhakti Vedanta, that is Narada Bhakti Sutra, it has been explained. That is for spiritual path. Now let us look into two aspects. When we are in the worldly life, how this absolute unconditional surrender has to be accepted in our life, and how we have to inculcate and how we have to implement. That is one part. And when we talk about the spirituality, how it differs. So we have two perspective here, how we have to approach. So when I talk about the worldly life, many of us, it will be very difficult to follow the master. The reason is that whatever the conditions are being applied, means you should not expect any results from me. Just you have to devote to me. You have to surrender to me. You should not ask for something as a reward. Whatever your services has been done or rendered by you in the pathway what I have ordained to you. If God says like that, it means it is very tough for you to accept the principles of the Narada Bhakti Sutra. But what God says is in Bhagavad Gita, whether you take or in Narada Bhakti Sutra, whatever it may be, you can make it very simple. Now they said, never expect the results. And what you have been ordained to perform your actions in an ethical way, you follow up that. Nothing wrong in that. So when you are working in a workplace, you should devote your time. You should have a devotion towards your work. Not only that, you should be determined what you have to carry out your work. In every actions of yours, you have to see the ordinance of that God. What he said, with determination, with devotion, with dedication, carry out the task and never expect for the result. That is for Laukika, that is worldly pleasures. When you are in the mundane world, you have to deliver your results without any expectation, whatever may be the consequence of your actions. So that is Sharanagati, or what we call unconditional surrender. Absolute unconditional surrender in this path. Now when we talk about the devotional path, now your aspirant, what he will do, he will not look into his worldly mundane plane. Rather, he will focus his attention towards to attain the Lord, to attain the feet of the Lord. So he will always meditate, but still some wavering of mind will be there. At any point of time, he may lose his patience and he will feel that I could not see the God. Where is the God? How can I attain him? All these questions will crop in his mind, and definitely he may not get results spontaneously or after few years also, after his long penance. In such cases, such people lose their patience and they never follow the ethics or the principles of the devotional path. In such circumstances, what they feel is whatever we have done is waste. So, how to attain that bhakti or unconditional surrender? In devotional path, Lord Krishna has told, when you are devoting, first of all you should have patience. Patience is most important, as now with the bhakti, the 9 types of devotions are there: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sneham, Atmanivedanam. Like that, there are 9 principles to attain all these 9 stages. That start with patience. First of all, if you want to achieve something in your life, you should have patience. And second is tolerance. There may be so many hindrances in your pathway, so you have to bear that. When you able to have patience to tolerate that, then only the tolerance will give you a best result. Third, forbearance. Any person may come and distract your devotion or your meditation, whatever it may happen, whether externally or sometimes internally with our mind, when we are trying to cope up our mind to focus and concentrate on the path of devotion, we may not. So in such cases also, we should have that forbearance. Unless we bear something, we cannot achieve the result. After that, you have to develop a devotion. Now at any point of time, I must have this devotion to attain the feet of Lord. Then that determination, it is attached with the determination. When you go with a determination, yes, let it take its own time and space to attain that divinity feet. I will continue my devotion for Him. That determination when you make, then only you can develop with concentration. So your attention will be focused on the feet of the Lord. When you focus completely on the feet of the Lord, that develops the concentration. After the concentration, the next level comes liberation. You are liberated. Where from? From the worldly plane. When you are focused completely to the feet of the Lord, your concentration is perfect. Nothing in this world can hinder you, can prevent you to achieve the feet of the Lord. That is your liberation. After liberation, you will get realization. What kind of realization? Now, when you look at the perspective of the worldly plane, there all the imbalances are there, balances and imbalances, that is ups and downs of the life, like low feelings, high feelings, all this will always be interacted in your lifespan, which may prevent you to achieve a success to attain the Lord. But when your concentration and you have attained the liberation, the realization makes you more stronger. Yes, whatever may be the difficulties in my life, but my focus should be to attain the feet of Lord. So such a balanced state of mind, when it comes, that is the true realization. It is not that what I was in the past and who I was in the previous birth, all these are not realization. Realization means always ups and downs will be there in the life. Life will be a challenge. We have to accept. When we accept, it will turn into a game. We can play it very well. And finally, when we realize all these imbalances of the world, which we have created out of our thought, that gives you the salvation to attain the feet of Lord. So these are the 9 stages which are been explained to achieve that liberation or realization or salvation, and with unconditional and absolute surrender to the Lord. So when we follow that, definitely this unconditional and absolute surrender, the principles which we are following, that will liberate a person and make him realize to solve it. So this will unite with that Supreme. Hence, all you be in bliss, understand these principles. Now with the Bhakti, what is now with Bhakti and what are the 9 principles which you have to follow. Definitely you will achieve the feet of Lord without any duality, and you will be in the state of bliss in oneness. Thank you one and all. God bless.